Hello and welcome back to another video. My name's Sam and I sell stuff on the internet. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you 5 ways to get more feedback on your eBay store. Let's get into the video. Before we get into the top 5 list, I just wanted to say feedback isn't everything. There are a few other things that will go into the mix to generate sales on your eBay account. Those things are going to be like quality of the listing, the pictures on the listing, the item specifics, the price point, are you promoting it? All of these things will go into making your items sell on eBay. Feedback is just one element of that. Obviously, the higher the score, the better. The closer to 100%, the better. But everyone starts somewhere, and if you're starting out today, here are top 5 ways to increase your feedback score. So your overall eBay score is comprised of 2 ways of getting feedback. The first one is where you sell an item and someone leaves you feedback. The second way is when you actually buy an item from eBay and the seller leaves you feedback as a buyer. So my first tip is buy your packing supplies, buy the things you need to run your business from eBay. 9 times out of 10, if you're buying from a big eBay store, they have automatic positive feedback left as soon as you've made a purchase. So if you're buying replacement bits for consoles, if you're buying packaging materials, all of those things will generate you positive feedback and it will count towards your overall feedback score. The second one leads on from the first point. Leave feedback for the items that you have sold. When someone sees they've had a positive feedback left for them, they are more likely to leave a positive feedback for the person that they've bought from. So if you're leaving feedback consistently on all of the items that you've sold, it's going to firstly stimulate the eBay algorithm and you're more likely to make sales. But secondly, the customer is then more likely to reciprocate that positive feedback and leave you some green feedback. The third way, and probably the most effective way of receiving positive feedback, is leave thank you notes in your items. If you leave a thank you note explaining that you are a small business and every little bit of feedback, positive or constructive, will help your business grow, people will much more likely consider leaving feedback for yourself. Explain that you are a small business. Explain that you want to know the transaction went well, and explain that if they want to buy something again, potentially offer them a discount on it. You can do this a couple of ways. You can write handwritten, personalized thank you notes. You have the buyer's name and the address. It goes a long way if you leave them a personalized thank you note for that specific person. Secondly, you could print off A5 flyers or business cards and leave them inside the packaging. That is personally something that I want to get started this year, and hopefully I should see an increase in my positive feedback. An example of this is my wife Hannah recently purchased something from a small independent company that are local to the area, but inside had a handwritten note saying, "Dear Hannah, we hope you have a fantastic Christmas and we hope you really enjoy the product. Every single piece of feedback matters to us as we're a small business. So if you did enjoy the product, please leave us some positive feedback as it goes a long way. Thank you very much. Insert company here." That will go a long way to increasing your feedback. Number 4 would be sell items that are considered feedback fodder. What this means is you're buying an item for cheap, but you're also selling it for cheap. A great example of this would be a sealed DVD or a used DVD. If you're buying them for 10, 20p a unit, something like that on Facebook Marketplace, charity shops, car boot sales, and you're selling them for £2 a unit, yes, you're paying postage, yes, you're paying fees, but you're also essentially paying to get feedback on your account. People are way more likely to spend a couple of pounds with someone who has got little or no feedback than they are a couple of £100. So if you've got a few of these listings in your store that are regularly selling, you're way more likely to get feedback because you're selling a higher quantity of items. And as I say, you might not even be making a profit on it. You might just be breaking even. But to get that extra feedback will help you grow more sales overall in your business. Overdeliver and underpromise. This is going to go a long way to help you receive positive feedback. An example of what I did when I first started out is in my console bundles, I would maybe have 5 games. And what I would do is put an extra game in the packaging, put a post-it note on it and say, here's a free bonus game. I hope you enjoyed. Now that game would have been only a filler game anyway. Literally would have cost me pennies and probably would have only been able to sell it for £1 or 2. But for that customer, it means that they're going to get a bonus item and feel compelled to leave you positive feedback. Another way that you can do this is increase the speed at which you dispatch items. If you have 3-day dispatch on and you get an order in and you're already doing your packaging, you might as well package that item up, get that item sent off early, and the buyer is going to receive it early and be happy with the overall purchase because it's come quicker than you've promised them and are much more likely to leave you feedback. So those were my top 5 methods to receive positive feedback on your eBay store. If I've missed any out, or are there any that you find particularly useful, let me know in the comments down below. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to do a few more lists like this, a few of them being the top 10 Wii games to buy, top 10 Xbox games to look out for, top 10 PlayStation games to look out for. Let me know in the comments down below which one of those 3 you would like to see in my next video. If you did enjoy today's video, you learned something new, or I've simply passed a few minutes of time during this boring lockdown, smash that thumbs up button. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. Please help me out here. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're about 150 off, and I can't wait to get there. Ring that notification bell and you'll get notified every single time I post a video or go live for a random live stream. That's all from me. I'll catch you in the next video.